Alright, hi guys. So I'm on my hair. Put it in like a weird bun sort of thing. But today I'm going to be doing a tutorial slash mini first impression on the new Fenty Beauty Moroccan Spice palette. I got this the other day in the mail. I ordered it from Sephora. And I've heard a lot about the colours not appealing to everybody, but I didn't get that. I wanted it. I had to have it for some reason, I don't know. I do have the Galaxy palette and I love that when I want to create some more dimension, but that's for a different video. My initial reaction when I first opened the palette up was, excuse me, how small are the pans? Like, the pans are so small in real life. Like, on camera they look huge, but in real life they're so small. I don't know why. Like, they're just so small. See, they look decent here when I put the camera on it, but in real life they're tiny. I don't know why. I mean, it's not like you go through eyeshadows really quickly anyway, but that was my first initial thought. I did swatch some of the colours and some of them have really good payoff. I particularly love the bright blue here and this gold shade here. It's like a shimmer, but it shifts green. It's really, really pretty. Yeah, anyway, enough chit-chatting. Let's get straight on to using it. I'm going to quickly put some concealer on my eyelids and prime my base. My lids, my base, yeah, my base. Anyway, so I'm going to quickly do that and then we can jump right in and start playing with the shadows. I've put my base on, my concealer. I haven't set it, it's like a wet base. So we're going to jump straight into it. I'm going to start off by using this brown shade, which I believe is Come and Get It. Come and Get It. So I'm just going to use a big fluffy brush and I'm going to work that into my crease. So I'm starting off with windshield wiper motions, and then I'll go in with like my circular motions and back into the windscreen. Putting that in my crease and really blending that out. Okay, so I've got my crease color down. Next I might go in with, actually, on a smaller brush. This is just a Zoeva Luxe Define brush, the 224. I might go in with this kind of like dark grey brown, this one here, which is Nuts and Dates, I think. I don't know, I don't really get the names, like how to read it properly. There, that's all the names. Unless I'm just not trying. I don't know. But I'm going to put that into my crease and deepen it up a little bit. But I'm going to try not to go and cover up all this lighter brown, because I still want that to kind of peek through. So I'm just going to deepen it up. That's nice. Might zoom you guys in a touch. I might just go in with a little bit of the Come and Get Me, the first shade that we used, just to help me blend out these edges. And then I'll just go back in with that Zoeva brush and just use that to just fix the darker shade. So like that. Do the same on the other eye. The shadows don't seem to be skipping at all, which is good because my eyes are quite funny, like my lid skin. I don't know, it's very loose, I guess. I'm getting old. So I find that sometimes eyeshadows might skip a little bit, but this doesn't seem to be doing that at all. Okay. Happy with that. They blend really easily, which is a good thing as well, because you don't want that really difficult kind of like eyeshadow where it's hard to move around. So what should I go in with next? Oh, by the way, like when you dip into the shadows, it goes on the palette, which bloody annoys me. Because I like to, you know, I like my palettes to be nice and clean. I think I might go in, actually, instead of with that color, I might go in with the grey on like just like a flat shader brush. And I'm going to put that in my inner and outer corners of my eyes. Oh, I'm going to create a halo look. Because why not? I'm going to try and make this really smoky too. So I'll just pat down the colour and then I'll worry about the blending in a little bit. So like just like a rough kind of thing. And then I'll go back in with my 224 and just start blending that out. Like the edges. Just so it can create a really nice seamless blend. Kind of feel it's looking a little muddy here though. Which I don't think I like, to be honest. I also kind of feel like when you blend it out, the colour intensity kind of goes on the lids. Maybe it's my blending technique, so I'm not sure, but yeah, maybe that's something to note. I might use that big brush again, just to help me blend these edges out. I haven't put anything else on this brush, but I just want to kind of mish all these together without trying to get too muddy. Okay, so now I'm going to cut the crease. So I'm just going to put some concealer on like a little palette or on the back of your hand, either or. Then I'm just going to grab like a flat brush and coat both sides. And then I'm just going to cut like the crease but in a halo shape. I can't really talk while I do this because I stopped breathing. So kind of patting in the sides to help blend. Next what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into that grey shade and just start to kind of like blend the edges. Okay. So I really want to use the bright blue, this blue right here. So I'm going to put that on a smudger brush by Real Techniques and apply that to the center. Making sure the bulk of what's on my brush I place in the center of my lid. And then whatever's left over, I start to blend into the grey. Making sure I'm really careful when I get up to this crease here. And as you can see, I'm kind of like overlapping whatever's left over on my brush into the grey as well. There's a little bit of fallout that's come out from that blue. So I'm just going to get a brush and kind of flick it off. I don't know if you guys can see, but the grey, I'm kind of not happy with that grey. I don't like the way it's kind of like blended into the brown. And I feel like it's starting to wear away. So I don't know if the longevity is any good. I really want to use this shade right here, which I believe is Mirage. It's the one with the green shift. So I think I'll just take like a small brush and pack it on the brush and just apply that on top of the blue. Oh, that's really nice. And kind of overlap that with the grey, I think. That's nice. I feel like it's kind of helping the grey to blend in with the blue as well. I think what I might do next is apply that first transition shade onto my lower lash line. Just connecting it to like this upper blend here that we've got going on. Then I'll go in with that, shit, I just dug my nail into it. Damn! I did boo-boo. I did a boo-boo. But I'll go in with this dark brown that we used, the second colour that we used. And I'll mix it in with the grey. So I'll mix those two shades those two shades together. And I'm gonna run that on the outer and inner corner of my lower lash line. Then I'll grab that blue again and apply it in the centre. And go over it with that that shimmer shade that we used. I really love that shimmer shade. And I might take that shimmer shade in the inner corner as well. Oh goddamn, that packs a punch. I haven't wet the shadows either, by the way. And what I might do is there's this beautiful white shimmer shade. I'll get that on like a little, well this is not a little brush. It's, the Zoeva Soft Definer brush, 227. And I'll just apply that on my brow bone. Oh, that is nice. I think I might do a wing off camera and apply my lashes. And then I want to try quickly the Fenty Beauty Match Stick, Shimmer Stick in Reddick. I don't know, how do you say that? In that shade. So, and then I can give you my final thoughts. So I'll quickly go do my lashes and liner off camera and then I'll be back. So, lashes and liner is on. If you guys want to know how to do a wing liner, I will leave the link to my wing liner tutorial down below for you guys to check out. So, yeah. Next, I'm going to try this, which was the face shimmer stick thing. I haven't tried these sticks before, so I'm really intrigued. Again, I don't know how to say the name. It's like a bright red orangey colour. Ooh, that's bright. I don't know how that's going to turn out on my face with blue, to be honest, but I'll use my sponge. That way maybe it's easier for me to blend out. So I've already got like bronzer and stuff on. I haven't got highlighter on, which I'll put in, I'll do in a little bit. I don't see nothing. Maybe if I do this. I just don't want to put too much. Maybe I'll start off with that. It's quite dry. It's like a powder. Maybe if I use like a brush. I'll use this contour brush by Real Techniques. It's like the orange brush. Maybe like that. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's nice. It's dry, like it's not a wet cream. It feels dry. Kind of like maybe a cream to powder. But it just doesn't feel like a cream, you know what I mean? It just feels dry in a stick form, I don't know. It's not as pigmented, I guess. Like you see it in kind of like the packaging, you're like, oh, Jesus. But actually on, it's not bright at all. It's actually quite pretty. I think just the formula, like it's just a bit new, you know? Okay, so I put some highlighter on. I'll use the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt Hustler Baby. It's like a mini sample version. It's so cute. So I'll use that on the same brush. I ain't too phased. As you can see, it's pretty like well loved. So I'll just use the same brush to highlight my cheekbones. Very nice. And down the bridge of my nose. Just the bridge. I'm not entirely a fan of, you know, doing the tip. I'll do the center of my forehead because why not? My chin and Cupid's bow. Alright, so I'm just going to quickly spritz my face. I'm just going to use the Mario Badescu facial spray. So refreshing, I tell you. Alright, and lips. What should we do for lips? This is a Rimmel Wild Clover, number 14. No. That's a negative. We're not going to do that. I'm going to use Oak by MAC instead. Yeah, but I'd help if it was flippin' sharpened. Okay. I'm back. It's so sharp. Might do like a soft line. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, that would do. Okay, and for lipstick, we shall use Yash. Also by MAC. Can you tell it's well loved? And there you have it, the finished look. Okay, so my first impression on the Moroccan, what is it? The Moroccan Spice palette. I personally love the color scheme. Whoopsies. I love the color scheme. I love the blues. I love the like pinky reds, the glitters, not glitters, shimmers. I love it. I just think for me, it's the colors are just gorgeous. Like those blues are stunning. Like this blue, flippin' hell. This blue, like I love it. I even like this like pinky shimmery shade. This shimmery gold with the green shift. I think it's gorgeous. I love it. Do I think it's worth it? Well, hold on. Let me tell you how much it is in Australian dollars. Okay, so it's 82 Australian dollars. Do I think it's worth 82 Australian dollars? No. I feel like the grey goes patchy after a while. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed when I packed it on, it was pigmented, it was, you know, but then I started to blend it and it lost some of that intensity, and then as I continued on with my makeup, I feel like it's lightened so much, and I really don't know how to feel about it. I kind of feel like they're a bit difficult to blend as well. I don't know. Maybe it is just me, and my blending technique today is just utter crap. I don't know, but I feel like they got muddy, which or maybe I just stuffed up the color combination that I was going for. I don't know. I'm just not sold 100% on like the pigmentation, the longevity, and the blendability. That blue that caught my eye straight away when I saw the palette, although it looks gorgeous, like stunning color, I don't know. When I see people using it on YouTube, I just think like, wow, that's a really good blue, but I don't know. I'm on the fence with that blue. Like, I like it, I love it, I love the color. I think it's a gorgeous color. I feel like it's slightly unique, but again with the pigmentation, like I kind of have to build it up. I'm not sure if you guys noticed that either. I like the look I've created. I think I would like to play with the palette a bit more. You know, have a look at other looks that I can create. And maybe today was just like an off day for me. like my blending and my technique was just like off. You know what I mean? Maybe it's that. I mean, the mattes feel buttery, the shimmers feel nice, like, you know, that's some swatches there, but I don't know, like, I think for the time being, I don't think it's worth $82. Just my first impression, I'm not exactly for it, but I'm not against it. I think it's just more of a, like a meh product. Like, it's not amazing, incredible, fantastic, you need this in your life kind of product. It's just, yeah, it's not bad. Worth $82? No. Sorry, Fenty, I really like your highlighters though. But yeah, so that's my first impression on the palette. I will keep playing around with it, and maybe, you never know, I might end up liking it, I might not. But for the time being, I'm like on the fence. I definitely don't think it's worth $82. As for the, whatchamacallit, matchstick, it's a weird formula. It's a really weird formula. Like, I'm touching it and it feels dry. Like, let me clean my fingers first off. Alright, so I'm touching it quite lightly, and there's like not that much colour payoff, but if, you know, a full on rub into it, it kind of, you know, packs a punch. But I think maybe I just need to play around again with this one a little bit more. Like, I haven't actually used her matchsticks before, so I didn't really know what to expect, but they are quite like a dry formula. So I think maybe I need to play around with ways of applying it, and to see which one works well with it. Maybe, you know, I need to smash my beauty blender in it to get some pigmentation. Maybe it's just like draw a line and quickly blend it out, and or maybe it is just like on the brush and off you go. I don't know, I think I just have to play around with it a bit more. But yeah, that's my first impression. I feel like it was a bit of a weird first impression. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! Oh baby, where are you? Dying. Fever's got me good. What you doing? Fever takes hold. What am I doing with my life? I have no idea.